What's up guys, it's Josh from KeepItTechie, and today I wanted to do a quick video showing you my favorite video editing software for Linux. So, as I stated in the intro of the video, I wanted to show you guys a video editing software that is my favorite. This is the one that I use to edit all my videos. And the reason I wanted to do this video was because I started getting a lot of comments asking about kdenlive, which is the one I want to cover today. Because I did a video in 2019 where I talked about kdenlive, why I like it, but some of these questions are dealing with how do you actually use it, you know, how you cut video, move video around, add music and all that stuff. So I thought I would cover it again and kind of show some of those features that you don't typically see in a video that's showing this application. So let me go down and go to the website first so you guys can get an idea of what kdenlive is all about. So be back in a sec. Okay, cool. So I'm at the website for kdenlive, and it's kdenlive.org. And this is the main website for kdenlive where you can actually download the software. Now, this application can be installed on Windows, Mac OS, as well as Linux. You could just simply download the installer from the website and you can install it on whatever operating system you're on. But I'll show you guys how to install it on the Linux operating system using like Ubuntu or one of the virtual machines. I haven't quite decided which one I want to show you guys on. But as you can see, the current version of kdenlive is 20.12.3. and this was actually released back on March 8th. And that's another reason I wanted to show kdenlive again, because it came out with some bug fixes and all that stuff for different things within the application that I'll show you guys right now by just clicking on the latest news. But on the main page, they do have the latest news, just like what I'm clicking on. This shows the changes to the actual application, or the latest version of the application, and it says the latest maintenance release of the 20.12 series is out with the usual batch of usability and bug fixes. So here's the full log. I'm not going to read all of this, but they addressed a lot of the issues that people were having with the application. And that's one thing about this application. There are a group of people that are constantly developing and fixing this application to make it a whole lot better, and they tend to push out updates pretty on a very regular basis. So if there's a bug, you know, you could put in a report and they'll try to address it as soon as possible based on what I've seen. Now, I haven't put any bug fixes in or bug reports in, so I don't know the full process, but I know they have that process and you can help out with the software if you run into any bugs. Because that's one thing about kdenlive that I always hear about. Some people have issues with kdenlive, and I tend to not run into any of those issues that I see online. Maybe it's because I use it on a different distribution. I'm not sure. But I haven't, ever since I've been using kdenlive, I haven't ran into any of the issues. Some people say that it'll freeze up on you and you'll lose work that you've been doing on a video edit or whatever, but I haven't seen any of those issues, so I'm not sure what they're doing. And I've also switched computers. I'm using a different computer now, and I've used this application on multiple different computers, and I haven't ran into those issues. And maybe the work that I do is not as heavy as some of the people. I don't only work with 1080p video, and like I said, I haven't ran into any of those bugs that I see a lot of people having with this software. But anyway, let me go to the about page because I want to just kind of read about it a little bit. If you don't know about it, you know, it's a video editing software, and I kind of relate it to the Adobe products, but this is free, you know, and open source. And as you can see, it says it works on GNU Linux, Windows, and BSD. and the acronym stands for KDE Non-Linear Video Editor. And it's a great application, man. It works on pretty much all the different distributions. You know, like I said, I haven't had any issues, but if you do, there are plenty other video editors out there that you can use. Okay, so enough of the website. I just wanted to kind of show it to you guys. But let's go on and get to the virtual machine. I'm gonna install it and add some video, and then I may open up my main system's Kdenlive application and show you one of the videos that I recently edited, so I can show you how to do a few of the, or use a few of the features that are in the actual application. So let's get started. Okay, cool. So this is Ubuntu 20, and this is what I'll install Kdenlive on. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna open up Kdenlive on here. I just mainly want to show you guys how to install it using a Ubuntu system, but you can easily install it on any distribution. It's in every distributions repository. It's in the main repository of all of them based on what I've seen. But basically all you have to do is update the system. So let's go sudo apt update, just to update the system. And we may have like 1 or 2 updates. I'm not 100% sure on this system. I haven't opened it up in a couple days, but let's check and see. If it is an update, we'll go down and update the system. Okay, cool. So no package updates for this system right now. So let's go down and install Kdenlive. And you guys know I like to do it from the command line, so I'm going to install it from the command line, but I will show you guys the application within the software center. So install Kdenlive, and I'm gonna just tab it out so you guys can see that this is the main version for Kdenlive. There is a -data file, data package, and a DBG package. I'm not sure what those two are, but what you want to do is install the main one. So I'm type Y for yes, so it'll go on and install the application. And then while that's running in the background, let's go down and open up the software center so I can show you the Kdenlive package within here, so you guys can see, you know, it's in the main repository. As you can see, it's almost done downloading, and if you can check out the, you know, the terminal back here, it's already almost done downloading, and then now it's about to install the application. Now all we have to do is type in kdenlive, and just to search it and find it. And as you can see, you know, they got 2 of them. It says Kdenlive Video Editor and then Non-Linear Video Editor by KDE, which I'm not sure what the difference is. Let me click on one of them and just see. Wondering if one of them is a snap package. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this is the snap package right here. So let me see what the other one is. Maybe the other one is just a regular package. Yeah, that's just the main package, which is the one I'm installing right now, because I installed it using the apt package manager. But anyway, they have both packages in there. That's the snap pack, and then there's the regular package. All you have to do is go into the software center, click install, and it'll install whichever version. Based on what I've seen, they both work pretty much the same. I never used the snap package, but you know, you can check it out. It's pretty much the same application. It's just in a snap format, you know what I'm saying? It's all bundled together with everything. But let's go down and close that and wait for this thing to finish. I'll be back when it actually finishes. All right, cool. So the installation is done. Now let me go down and show you guys the actual application, what it looks like in here. I'll just show you in here, and then I'll open it up on my main desktop so you guys can actually see it that way. But let's go down and open it up. It may take a little second because this is my first time opening it up on this machine. You know, this is a virtual machine. It's brand new. It doesn't really have anything on it other than a few, you know, applications. But I kind of wanted to just show you guys what it actually looks like when it first opens up, so you guys can kind of understand how to set this thing up or get it pre-configured so you can start editing projects. But as you can see, it automatically opens up in 1080p 29.97 frames per second. Now you can go into the settings and actually change this stuff, so anytime you open up a new project, it'll open it up with those settings. But just to give you a quick rundown of how the application works, you know, you got your file. This is how you know, open projects or open videos, or, you know, projects that you have already created on. And you can save as well. You can save them in the format, you know, the kden format. I think it's the extension is kden. So that's what the files look like. But under view, you could change the view. They have like an audio mixer, which I actually kind of like. I like having that on, the audio mixer, and a few of the other things I change up on mine. I'll kind of show you guys, you know, what I got on mine, you know, how I have mine set up. But you can definitely change the view. If you look right here, this is the project bin. And the latest version, it'll open up and show you the effects and all that stuff, the compositions, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff is there. And this is the properties area, and then this is obviously the video area, where it'll show you the preview of the actual video that you're working on. So you can kind of space these things out, you know, that'll help you with organizing everything. But this is where you add your files. You just drop your files in here. You can drag and drop off your desktop, and I'll kind of show you guys that when I open up my main system. I'll try to open up a project just to show you all my files that I have in there, as well as I go through a few properties and transitions, effects, and all that good stuff. But anyway, if we go to the view, yeah, we went to view, go, then project. You can add clips or folders, you know, add color. You can add everything from here, you know what I'm saying. You can add title clips, slideshow clips, just a whole bunch of, you know, stuff you can actually add in here. They have generators, and this will generate a counter, you know, color bar, white noise. And in the view mode, we have tree view and icon view. So it's two different ways to view things. And this is how you actually render a project once we, you know, get to that point. I'll show you guys that in an actual project that I currently have that, you know, I worked on previously. You can adjust the profile of current clip to current clip. Project settings, you can go in and modify the settings. This is where I was talking about you could change the settings of the format of the video, you know, how you want it to render out. You can go in here, and this will, you know, set everything up to where you want it. So if you want to select like a higher frame rate, or this is 1080p I'm not sure where I is, but all I know is 1080p, and I've never actually used 1080i, so I don't really know the difference. But you can change the frames per second. So if the video is, you know, you want it to have a certain frame of seconds, you can go in and change it. You can change it to 30 frames per second, you know, and up to 60 frames per second, 1080p. And then if you look here, they also have 4K, so you can edit 4K video here as well. I just never use it. I don't personally need it. I don't see the reason to edit anything in 4K or record in 4K. It's just the size of the files are so big that it's actually not worth it as far as the space that it takes up on your system, unless you want to just delete the videos after you edit them and upload them to YouTube, which I don't recommend. I always try to keep my original files, and that way I can have a copy of it in case YouTube does something funny down the road where it removes my videos for whatever reason. But there's some more settings in here: proxy, metadata, project files, cache data. But like I said, I'm gonna quickly go through this and then show you guys on my system, on the main system. But then we have tools, normal mode, overwrite mode, insert mode, razor tool. I use that a whole lot. The spacer tool, and then clips. You can modify the clips, timeline. There's, you know, certain ways of selecting a specific area. You can insert, removal, timeline preview, resize item, start, end, current clip. And these are just some issues dealing with the timeline. And just to show you what the timeline is, this is basically a timeline up here. So that's the counter, and this is the counter right here, or the time. This shows you the time that you're over at the moment. you get kind of see a preview of where you actually at, and this is where the cursor is, or the bar that follows through the clips, you know, as you're going through the clips. So right now it's at the 0 mark basically. Then you have a monitor, you could play zones, you could loop zones, and that's just the preview things in case you want to, you know, make sure you want to see exactly what the edits are doing, or whatever you change to the file, you want to see that information. And then here are the settings. You can go through and run the configuration wizard, which it typically sets it up properly the first time, so you really don't have to go into it again. Then they have some themes. You can go in and change the color themes. And one thing I found, when it isn't on KDE, you don't see all the list of themes. It may be a way to update that. I haven't really found out how to update it, because I don't care. I like the way it looks, the way it is, you know what I'm saying? So I never really had an issue with it. But style, you know, default window fusion, show menu bar. You can hide the menu bar if you don't want to see it, and show the status bar. You know, configure keyboard shortcuts, you know, toolbars and all that stuff. You can configure Kdenlive however you want it, you know, to look, and you can change up where things show on here. So super cool. And here is the help. So they got a Kdenlive help book. What's this? You know, reset the configuration. If you need to reset it back to the defaults, you can reset it back there. Report a bug, you know, donate to the project, switch application language. So if you want to change the language, you can go there. About Kdenlive, and then let's actually open up that just to make sure we have that version of 19.12.3. and yes, that's the current version of Kdenlive, so we get to go on that. So let's go on and switch over to my main machine so I can show you guys Kdenlive with a actual project on it, and just kind of show you how to cut, move, and, you know, transform clips or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go that deep into it, but if you guys got any questions, you can always, you know, drop them down in the comment boxes below, you know what I'm saying? I'll quickly try to answer it or point you in the right direction on working with certain things in Kdenlive. Now let's go down and close this. I'll be back on my main machine with Kdenlive up with a project open. Okay, cool. So here are a couple of my projects. This is actually my file explorer. So these are some of the videos I've did in the past. Let me go to, I don't know, let's go to Exodus. I did that one a while back on the Exodus wallet, but let me go down and open up that project. And the project name, like I said, is Kdenlive. That's the extension, is KDENLIVE. So it's Kdenlive file. So if we double click on it, it'll open up Kdenlive. Okay, cool. So this is Kdenlive. This is that project I just opened up, and this is the Exodus video that I did a while back. And just to kind of show you, this is that project area right here. Now I have mine a little set up a little bit different. As you can see, this is my project bin, and then my compositions are here, and my effects are here, and then the clip properties, and then the undo history. So that's all right there, and it's tabbed. So I like the way that looks. It looks a little cleaner to me. And then when you get over here, this shows the properties, and I'll show you guys that in a second. This shows the actual properties. I kind of have mine set up a little bit different, but if you look down here, these are all my clips. So once I add them to the project bin, they become available for me to actually use them down below in the clip area, or the full project area right here. And as you can see, I already have some pre-built stuff. I know it's kind of hard to see, and I'll kind of zoom in on some of this stuff. Let's zoom in, and what I'm doing is holding down the control key and scrolling my little bar. Well, anyway, this is like the beginning of the video. I basically grab out the intro that I typically do, drop my music in there, and my music is kind of set. I try to keep things simple by reusing the same music or moving it around, you know, just to make the video seem a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, by having that background noise. And it's all on your personal preference, you know what I'm saying. Some people don't like music at all in their videos, but I tend to like it because it just keeps people entertained by hearing something else in the background. That's the way I look at it, and I think it works. Some people don't like the music in the background in my videos, but oh well, I like it, and it's my videos are for the people that actually like it. So I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't know, change up the way I've been doing things to appease a couple people, you know what I'm saying. Majority of the people that subscribe to my channel, I guess they enjoy the video, I mean enjoy the background music, because they don't really complain about it. And sometimes I know I do mess up and I leave the volume a little too high, and that's one of the things I wanted to kind of show you guys, that you can adjust the volume of things, like your voice. You can change, like this is my voice track. As you can see, there's an MP4, that's the video track, and then this right here is the audio track, and it's represented by the A. You know, you have A1, A2, A3, and then right here is V1, V2, V3, and they kind of go, you know, ascending and descending for the audio and video. But when you add your audio or add your video in, it typically comes with the audio, but I do a little processing in Audacity to my audio. It tends to help with the way my videos actually sound. I actually like the sound that comes out of Audacity when I process it. But anyway, that's why I have separate clips. So as you can see, you know, I have this clip, and then I also have the audio clip right here in my project bin. And so I have to put them together when I bring them down below, and actually remove the audio from the original video file. But anyway, that's pretty much it on that part of it. But what I wanted to show you guys, like right here, let me show you an audio track. So this is another audio track. This is the music that actually plays in the beginning of the video or whatever. It says let us down. So I'm gonna find that clip up here. I just want to show you the effects that I have set on it. So right now I have the volume pushed down to like 26 dB, negative 26 dB. So that's a way to lower the volume of something. So in the effects, you can go under audio correction, and then they have a way to actually lower the volume of whatever sound it is. It could be, you know, your voice, if you want to lower your voice, or if you want to raise your voice, you can add the volume option to the clip. So let's say I want to add a little bit more volume to my video track, well, I could just grab the volume here. Well, that's my voice right here. This is the audio track right here. So by dragging it down and dropping it on there, that puts that effect on the audio for this video file right here. And let's say I need to raise my voice a little bit because it's a little low after doing my processing or whatever, and I want to raise it up. So I can raise the volume, you know, using this actual effect. And then, you know, it's a few options in here. You can delete and that'll remove that effect. And they have like other things like fade in, fade out, and it'll actually take me all day to kind of show you all the features within Kdenlive. So that's why I keep saying I don't want to go too deep, because I don't want to make the video like super long. But they do have like a lot of little options in here as far as effects. They have video effects, and just to show you guys, you can filter them out by just show all video effects. Boom, that's all the video effects. And then you can show all the audio effects by clicking audio, and that way you can kind of filter down the big list of everything that you could do as far as effects go. And then, so like I stated, this is an effect that's on there. I lower the music. I try to lower this to match with my voice so it's not too loud. But anyway, you can kind of check out the monitor over here using a mixer. And this thing is typically, I normally make it full screen. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I kind of zoomed in on my desktop so I can show the app as far as the words a whole lot better, because I use a high resolution on my screen, and if I make this thing full screen and I zoom out on my desktop, you guys won't be able to read the words. So that's why I'm doing it that way. And that's why this is kind of compressed. But I typically see this, it's a big audio mixer, and you can see the volume of the audio tracks. As you can see, audio 1, audio 2, audio 3, audio 4, and they move up and down as you're playing. And let's play it right fast. You're not gonna hear it because I have the desktop audio muted, but if I hit that, you can see, you know how you see the monitors popping up, and I try to match everything up based on how high it's going up, you know what I'm saying? And you can adjust from here as well, so super cool. But anyway, this is another thing I wanted to show you guys. This is the monitor, so it shows the monitor, the video track. It shows you what the video is going to look like. So when I add other effects in there or compositions, like let's say I want to fade in something, you can just simply go to compositions. You can add the dissolve. You kind of got to have the clips like kind of overlapping, and then you can grab and put the dissolve in there and drop that into there, and it automatically fits it to what you're trying to do. So, and you can't really tell because these audio clips are kind of like the same as far as the way they look. Let me make it reverse and see if you guys can actually see it. You seen how I don't know if you guys seen that, but it kind of dissolves. Like if it was going into like, let's say when I typically switch over to my desktop or something from this full screen view, then you can see it a whole lot better. You can see it kind of dissolve and transition to the other clip. But it's a lot of features in here. You just have to go through and play with them and get them and understand how they actually work. But just to typically show you the simple things right here, like they have a cut tool. So let's say you're trying to cut out a specific part of a video. Well, you can select that clip, open up the scissor, and one way of actually cutting that part out, you can just simply delete that. Let's say you want to delete that one part right there because you messed up in the video. You can just simply hit the delete button and that'll delete that clip. Now I'm gonna hit Control Z and Control Z just to bring it back. But let's say you want to just cut out this one little area right here, where you messed up, or let's say you said a curse word or something, you want to cut that out. Well, you can just simply go boom, go back to this selection tool, and then drag to cut that one little piece out. And then once you cut it out, let's say it's fine as far as people won't actually see the difference, you can just kind of move that clip back forward. Or if you need to do a transition or a composition, you can do that as well. But let's go down and zoom in, or press play so you guys can see it. But yeah, so as you can see, I kind of cut that out. And then Control Z works, you know what I'm saying? You can go through and do the Control Z and that'll bring it all back. So if you mess up, and one reason I like moving it like this, because you can kind of go back. So let's say you went too far and you're like, oh no, I cut out that one little part I didn't want to. Then you can zoom it back, or not zoom it back, but drag it back, and that'll bring back that portion of the clip that you didn't mean to delete. So I like dragging it like that. It's super cool. Now that's kind of pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. I know you guys seen everything as far as under the menu, certain things you could do in there. But let's see, it's another thing I typically, if I need to bring in like color or something, you can always create a color clip, and you can change it. And as you can see, that's what this is right here. Color clip is black, and I needed that for something. I'm not 100% sure, but you can bring in color clip, you can bring in text as well. So If you go into project, you can bring in, you know, a text clip. So if you want some text to come across the screen, you can do that. And you know, it's some multiple things in here. You just have to go through, read the documentation, and you'll eventually get the actual application. And it's not that difficult to understand. You just got to play around with it, and you'll eventually get how to use the actual application. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I did this some justice by showing you guys, you know, just some basic navigation, as well as, you know, how to use Kdenlive a little bit more than what I showed in the previous video that I did back in 2019. Like I said, this is my favorite video editor. You can pretty much do anything in this application that you could do in other, or a lot of other video editing software that's out there. And of course, it's free. And I always like to push free and open source software because you don't have to spend any money to get started using this actual application. The time you will spend, or the only thing you'll spend, is probably the learning curve, but you would have that learning curve for any of those other video editing software that's out there. And I guess I'm kind of lazy, that's why I don't switch up. You know what I'm saying? If something works, it works. So I'm not finna just jump in and try to learn, oh, I need to get this Adobe product so my videos can look a whole lot better. This does fine. You know what I'm saying? If you're a small YouTuber and you can't afford the Adobe products, then this is a good alternative. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it's free and open source. And plus, you can run it on a Linux operating system. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down in the comment boxes below. And of course, keep it techie.